Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone's okay today. All right. And if you're on the replay, all right, I'm saying hi. Hi to you today. Hope you're having a great day, a blessed day. All right. And we are getting good news every day and the updates on what's happening with COVID-19. It means that we are adhering, to all the guidelines and all the safety instructions that we have been given on a daily basis. I was out today, my sister and I, and we sanitize. If there was a sink, we washed when we went in, we washed when we came out. And when we went into the car, we sanitized. We have our our sanitizer that we walk with. And when I reached home by her, she had her slippers for me. Take off my shoes to come inside, and it's not to be taken personally, but it was good. It is good for us because it's the new normal. It is something that we have to start practicing. It's something that we really have to start doing. Hi, Joanne. And, those things are so very important, when we're talking about the new normal. Joanne, we're just giving some others some time, to come on board. And so that we can have this very interesting topic today. Enemies of your vision. And we have a lot of enemies out there. And strange enough, the enemies are the things that we do, the things that we don't do, and the things that we need to do. And and these are things that are hindering us. So we're going to look at 5 enemies of our vision. So we want to give a few people. I always say, once I have 5 people, I am ready to go. Hi, Sunita. I am ready to go once I have 5 people. So we just wait. Once we get 3 more, we hitting it running, and people will come in. And a lot of people, they watch the replay. And so that's good because I get a lot of feedback after. So that is fine for me. So we just give, before I start into, hi Sunita, before I start into the topic, I want to give people some time. So I just want to encourage you guys. I hope you are really observing the safety guidelines, and that is what is keeping, our numbers low in Trinidad. We have been voted one of the top countries, that are really doing well, in this crisis, in this pandemic. And, we all have to take credit for it because we have all come together and we are all doing our part. And that's so very much interesting, and that's good. It says that Trinidadians, we can listen. We can do what is right because we go away in a foreign country and we do it. So it is very good to know that we can do the right thing. And, so we have to take, I think we need to, they had a date where we had to come out early in April and clap, for all the frontline workers. But I think we need to come out and really and truly clap ourselves for really working along with the minister, working along with the government, working along with the health people, the people who have been asking us to really and truly cooperate. I think we need to really and truly clap ourselves because we are doing a really good job. And when you go out there, everybody with their masks, a mask is a new thing, that's the new normal, and we had to get used to it. But I was saying, we need to get some masks to breathe properly, though. They have to make it, and for those of you who making masks, we have to put an opening now, like an adhesive, so if you want to drink something or, kind of something, but they have to get a little more creative, and stuff. So we are going to start. People are in and out. Hi, Margaret, thanks for joining us. People are in and out, but we are going to start. Hi, Alison. Thanks for joining us today. You take a break from your Zoom, I know. So we're going to start. One of the things I recognize, especially with my mentees, my mentorship class, is that a lot of things that hinder them is because they have a lot of enemies when it came to their vision. Because we all have a vision. But there are enemies to our vision. And I want to deal with just 5 enemies. Hi, Crystal. I want to deal, hi Keisha, I want to deal with just 5 enemies of our vision. And these enemies, you would be surprised to know that they are living right inside our minds. They are living right inside our homes. We carry them wherever we are. So we want to get rid of them. We want to kick them out. And we want to deal with it. But we understand what vision represents. It really represents, to summarize it and to really and truly break it down, it really represents the future of your dream. That's what vision represents. It's you seeing it down the road, right? And if that is the case, then you have to avoid the bandits. You know, when you're walking down the road and you see somebody looking a little suspect, you know, you tell yourself, you know what, I think I need to turn around or take a detour. Because you recognize he ain't looking too right, or whoever it is. And those are the bandits along the way to our dream and our destiny, hi Keisha, that what hinders us. And your enemies that I'm going to speak about, think of them like bandits. Bandits come to rob, they come to steal, bandits come to destroy, bandits come to take away things that you have worked hard for. That is what we do with the enemies of our vision. I want you to change. They are bandits, and bandits are enemies. Good? Enemy number one. Enemy number one, keeping your vision to yourself. The word of God says in Habakkuk, write your vision, make it clear, so that he who sees it may run with it. They may run with it. And that's what a vision is. So that, you remember, in every organization, there's buy-in. So as you walk in, you may go into the lobby, there's a vision statement. You may pass along the hallway, there's another vision statement. You would go inside, if there's a conference room, the vision statement is there. So all the key places, there's a vision statement. You know why it's there? So that you can have buy-in. So when you come and you sit and you do an interview and you see it in the lobby, you say, okay, so this is where they want to go. This is where they want to end up. That is the future of the organization. So you can't keep it to yourself. So the board of directors come together and they plan, and they have the strategic plan and the vision, and this is where the company is going to go in the next 5-10 years, and they know about it. But you, who's supposed to contribute into the organization, who is a part of what is happening, you don't know anything. So you're keeping it to yourself. So too, with your own personal vision, for those of you who have a business, for those of you who want to climb the corporate ladder and your career and whatever side business, whatever you may decide to do. And then, yes, Keisha, Keisha said she visited that scripture, and that's so important. Keeping it to yourself, how is that going to help you? I remember when I started, as an HR consultant, one of the first thing the Lord said to me is start the Facebook Live. And I'm like, he said, start the Facebook Live. Let people know. This is where you get your audience. This is where people will know what you're about. This is how people would learn. And I know I got a lot of feedback because people were able to come on board because of hearing me, because I had something to say. Right? So, and these are things that is so very important. We keep things to ourselves. How am I going to know about your product if you don't tell me? How am I going to know if you don't share? I was encouraging a friend of mine. Hi, Margaret. I was encouraging a friend of mine the other day to utilize her Facebook business page. I said, do little tips. There's so many things we could do with Facebook. Set up tutorials, share your product. Whatever you are an expert at, you go and talk about it. Some people may not want to do a live, but do a video. Let people hear about you. People like a face. You're posting things, yeah, that's okay, but people like a face. People want to kind of get in touch with you, and that is how, even with the stars, we see them in movies and we feel as if we know them. When Kobe Bryant died, everybody felt like they knew him because, they were in touch with her face, watching all the games and stuff like that. So don't isolate yourself. Don't isolate. You need to share your vision. And if some of you that have a plan, but you're telling yourself, if I share this one, go take it. Listen, you have to share it, but you are the one that have the dream. You are the one that have the passion for it. That's okay. But you have to know how to share it, and you have to know how to be able to deliver what that dream that you have deep within. Enemy number 2, isolating your ideas. If you don't know what you have to offer, how can we participate and contribute to your vision? For example, whenever I do a proposal to clients, I give them an outline. I don't give them details. I give them an outline of what I plan to offer, what the topic will be, what are some of the objectives, what are some of the results. And then I gave them now an overall view of the topic and what, you see I do it emotional intelligence, what emotional intelligence is. I give them an example of how the employees would be affected by it, what are some of the results, and how it's going to help them into the workspace. Right? So I cannot isolate my ideas and say, you see them, I just put in there's a topic here and there's what it is, and listen, they need to know, because you're going to get passed over for somebody else who has really and truly give them more information. Because what employers want to know is how my employees are going to benefit from what it is you have to offer. And a lot of us do that with our vision. Hi, Simon. A lot of us do that with our vision. We isolate our ideas. So it's only you. So when you isolate, how are you going to get contributions? How are you going to get participation when you isolate your ideas? There's some people you can't even talk to them. They don't even want to talk about the vision. They're so isolated. They're so caught up. And then when you hear, do you know Michelle sells products that really and truly helps with dry skin and different things. Hi, Margaret Boxell. And and this is how you're going. And you're like, okay, we didn't know about that. You isolate everything and you have it in a corner. That is not going to help you. Is that going to help those that are going to help you realize your dream? And that's the thing about vision. Vision, you need people to come on board to help your vision being realized. And those things are so important. And when you isolate your ideas, it's not helping you and it's not helping me. And guess what? I will go to somebody else. The product may not even be as good as your product, but guess what? You did not respond. You isolated everything. And sometimes we isolate our ideas because of fear, Fear that maybe it's not so good. Fear that they may not accept it. Fear too of being criticized. That's okay. So what? Listen, the more people criticize your product, the more people criticize what you're doing, is the better you're going to get at it. And we have to learn, to take criticism constructively. And we have to also learn to give it constructively, because you don't want to destroy the person, but you want to tell them, I recognize the hand sanitizer you're making. Girl, that thing smelling nice. But oh God, it has my skin a little dry, It's a little dry. So maybe if you put in, maybe the essential oils, maybe put in a little more. Just a little more. And that will be helpful. And that will make the difference. So that she was able now to say, oh God, okay, other people didn't tell me that. Some people might be thinking it, but some people don't really come out and tell you stuff. Some people might figure you might be offended, but that's the only way that you could improve. But if you isolate your ideas and you cannot present it, how are we going to know? A lot of companies are being formed now because of the COVID-19, because of mass. I saw an advertisement where a company, a manufacturing company, that had to close their doors because of COVID. You know what they did? They branched off into mask making. I say, listen, they only exporting, they only shipping. Listen, because they could have said, oh God, boy, they didn't isolate the ideas. They already had a foundation of manufacturing thing. They branched off. So they were able to bring in now a different skill. And this is what is so important. Don't isolate your ideas. Some of you, your vision is for now. Some of you, your vision is for COVID. So it could come alive. I always encourage my girlfriend, Margaret. She is... Listen to me. You want good cake? Listen to me. You want bread? You want pastries? You see when coming? Listen to me. You had to come real good. I said to her, do tutorials. Do Facebook Live or do a video. Let them people, because I see she's do a string beans with correct me if I'm wrong, Pastor Margaret. And she would do it looks like pumpkin, but it's not pumpkin, was the name. And she would cut it up and she would steam that. And listen, and she liked things a certain way. It looks lovely and it tastes delicious. But that is her gifting, and that is the grace that she has. Yes, look, Crystal knows it. Crystal say her sponge cake best. People need to, I always go into the bakery. People need to know. I told her, package it. When we have Bible study and different things. Now, listen to me, she could deliver. I know she calling me to do delivery, but you could deliver, you could do so many different things. But don't isolate your ideas. We feel we had to start off big, we need money. I started my business without a cent. Without a cent. We could start on your Facebook Live. People will start to inbox you. People get interested. They share your video. And they say, listen, I saw that woman on Facebook. Listen now, let me order 2 little sponge and see now. That's all. All you have to do is try it. Yeah? Nice. Third enemy of your vision, procrastination. I must bring in that thief. Squash. That's what it is, Pastor Margaret. So the string beans are squash. Beautiful. He's a big thief. He's a bandit. Procrastination. I'm always talking about it. He's a bandit. Putting off tomorrow. You know what tomorrow holds? You know if you're going to be alive tomorrow? That somebody else had to come and steal what you started? You don't know? Start today. And I am very guilty of that. I buy a bike, the stationary bike, and I had a friend of mine had it. I got it back. I put it in the middle room. I'm making you blush very good. I put it in the middle room. And every time I'm passing by it, I want you watching it bad eye. Watching it. I remember I'm telling my mentees, about, procrastination and different things. I say, Carol, take your own advice. I roll it out and I bring it in the living room. So I have my television there. So where I could ride my bike. And, I could also do it. And listen, as I tell my mentees, I tell them read 1 chapter a day. I don't want them read no more because I want to form discipline. So I started. Hi, Mike. Thanks for joining us today. So what I started doing is I started, riding my bike, but I'm doing 15 minutes, right? And do a build up. But here what started, you say, I'm doing a half hour. I'm going to do an hour. No. Start small. 15 minutes. I set the timer on my phone and I go my 15 minutes and I'm watching NBC. And and I'm doing my thing. And by the time I look around, the phone is going off, the 15 minutes is up, and I'm sweating it, feeling good. But I stop procrastinating. And a lot of us have dreams and we have vision and we have goals and we have a plan, but we continue. All right, we have they say 10th of May, I will leave it. Next 2 weeks I will work on that. No. Start after this program, pull it out, dust it, pull it out, and start making a plan. How am I going to attack this? What it is I'm going to do? And I told one of my mentees that, I had a conversation, we had a video chat, and she said to me, all right, well, Monday. I said, no, not Monday. I said, when we finish this conversation, you are going to start making your plan now. Tomorrow, you are going to start to work the plan. She said, oh, God, Caroline. I said, no. Right? She write me, she journaling, she send picture. Right? She stopped procrastinating. And I'm really, listen, we have products. Whatever you have to offer, only you have it. Nobody else have it. And that's what's so unique about our God. He has made it. All of our thumb prints are different. That we don't need to worry. We don't really need to worry about somebody else having our idea. 10,000 people could make sponge cake, but it never tastes like yours. Right? And I'm really encouraging you. Listen, we have social media. Use it. Zoom making a mint. Use it. And this is what we don't understand. And we have opportunity and we always looking, oh, I need money. I need this one. I need the expert. Listen to me. tutorials, people learning to do makeup, make soap and all these different things through YouTube. So why you can't do it? You have a desire to do it, stop procrastinating. Stop putting it off. You know, I was watching, there's this family, the McClure family. I watched them with their twins and their little son. And she said that her mom sent her to study. And, you know, she became an accountant. And she said, okay, she worked in the corporate world for 4 or 5 years. And she became a manager. And she said, you know what? I gave back my mom what she worked hard for and she gave to me. She said, now is my turn to live my dream and do what I love. She loved entertainment. She loved indoor decoration. This is what she loved. And listen, she making a mint. The salary that she was getting, it's crumbs compared to what she's doing. You know why? It's her vision. But she didn't procrastinate. As soon as she was, I admire her. She honored her mother. And a lot of times our parents send us to study because that is what, long time parents. You had to be a lawyer, you had to be an engineer, you had to be a doctor. Listen, that's okay. Don't fight them. Let them pay for it. Guess what? You are able to get your first degree. You're able to be established. That's your foundation. When as the old people say, you grow up and you get big, you're starting to make your own money now. You go out and do what you want. But you see that foundation that you got, you're going to still use it and you're going to still need it. But don't despise what your parents have put out for you to do. And you may branch off into other things because it comes in handy. I started off with early childhood education as a preschool teacher. Listen to me. I'm pulling out everything I learned with HR. I know what? I understood the build up to the foundation of what I needed for today. And I had to start there because adults are grown up. They're just children that have grown up, right? The behavior, the mind, the thinking, same, right? So this is what happened. So don't procrastinate. Hi, I'm Apostle Ramberly. Don't procrastinate when it comes to your vision. It's a big thief and we have to kick it out the door. Enemy number 4, not keeping your vision alive. Yes, Crystal, solid foundation is relevant and important. Not keeping your vision alive. You know, a lot of people, their vision die. The vision die in the middle because there's no continuity. And then they become despondent because your vision was meant to live. Remember, it is for future. It is what you're seeing down the road. So then you can't come and sit down and do a plan for 1 year. 1 year? No. You do a 5 years to a 10-year plan. And in between that plan, you have to come now and create initiatives and develop initiatives because you have to keep that vision alive. But you know what keeps us back? The people issues and all the family issues and all the little problem. And then we turn our gaze away from the vision. You have to keep the vision alive. Under COVID-19, what has happened to me is I have to be creative now, right? One of these strategic goals and my strategic plan is online training. Guess what? Where's the excuse now? Listen to me now. I went in and I started to change up. I started to change up now that plan and I integrate it with what I initially have. Thank you, Apostle. With what I initially have. Right? And I integrated the plan because of the circumstances. And remember, I always say, be prepared for disruptions. We can't just give it up and say, oh God, but no, you have to keep it alive. And there was I live a lot on LinkedIn because that is where you really meet the professionals. Yes, Apostle, wise people are planners. And that is where you meet professionals. And one of them, connected with me. And they have this Caribbean HR professional. It's a community of HR professionals. And they come together and they're offering now free webinars to get us engaged because of COVID and what is happening. And I attended one of the webinars last night. I talk about a learning organization. Listen, I sit down there, I'm so hungry. I ain't know nothing. Right? That's right, Margaret. Don't abort your vision. I ain't know nothing, but I'm glad and I'm only writing because I have to keep my vision alive. How am I going to keep it alive? I have to get involved with all these different people that know more than me, and there are things that I know more than them, and they will use me now on other platforms, but I have to keep my vision alive because I am called to develop a better you. I am called to unlock destiny, to mentor others and bring them into that place that they were born to. I am called for purpose and to bring you into your purpose. But you know what? You have to see that I am keeping my vision alive, not so? If you see me stagnant, and oh God, Caroline didn't talk about that topic last week. Oh God, we living in a time of COVID. Caroline can talk about something that listen, employers' business model has to change. The policies have to change. They have to start thinking about remote working. They have to look now at their technical capacity and the ability to do the work. The way employees have to be retrained. That's where I come in. And there's going to be a lot of Zoom training because here what? We're going to still have to wear our masks for a while. We're still going to have to continue with distancing, right? That is right. Gleaning from others have gone ahead to help get us there. That's right. And this is what is so very important. So the social distancing will continue for a little while, you know. So guess what? We have Zoom. I ready for them. I planning. I keeping my vision alive. You think employers want to call me, say, Caroline, we want to do some training online. I'm like, well, I wasn't really planned for that, you know. Is there any way that we can still meet? And they were like, she's not ready. Understanding what I'm saying? Keep your vision alive. Keep your knowledge. Expand your knowledge. Learn other things. Like I was telling my sister today, there's this girl, you know, one of her teachers and her board members, you know, she knows Zoom and she's finding so many creative things. I ain't too good with all the social media thing, but listen, I want to learn. I live alone, I am divorced, but here what? When that mechanic come, I just be all over him and he's be like, I say, I need to learn. I need to know what you're doing. I need to understand when my car is making a song, what went wrong. I know when my tires, even though the steering may not, I know one of my tires off. So you need to learn, you need to know, and you need to understand these things. Yes, Apostle, change is the only constant thing we have. And you know, one of the things she said on the webinar we had last night, in a learning organization, what happens? Learning takes place faster than change. But you know what COVID has brought? Change is happening faster than learning. Yeah, that stayed with me. So I had something I could offer my clients now. You know, I taken that. So what is happening now? The change now, you have to find now all the learning tools to cope and to continue with what is happening with change, with COVID. So we have to know as the learning environment has changed. The thinking has changed. For all of you who didn't want to change, listen to me, you had no choice. You had no choice. You had to change. Listen, when I go out, I like my little makeup and thing. Listen, if you see me, I just fix up the little eyebrows a little and thing, a little gloss. Because the mask hiding your lipstick. And I say, oh God, and you know, it's different now. We have to find new ways, and they're going to be a little more creative with the mask. Yes, Mike, there is opportunity for change, and this is what people don't understand. A lot of businesses come out of change, and it may not be a good change, but you could take lemon and make lemon juice. And this is what we don't understand. Stop crying. Oh God, I lose money and things. Listen to me, and you could bake. Get some flour. Get something. And listen to me. My sister, she has one of her teachers in the school where she's a chairman. And the lady has a company doing mass. Listen to me. It hard all wrong. But there's a way. There's always a way. We're making too many excuses. And these are our enemies. I didn't put on excuses, but as we bring it up, that's biggest enemy, excuses. We need to continue. My girlfriend Psyche, soap. Psyche girl, now that we need to soap up, girl, run them soap. Listen to me. And come up with creative ideas now where you could give families packages, packages for the children maybe to carry in their bags. They will always have this soap because, sanitizer is Mr. Sanitizer. We had to come up with little things. What about if you do a nice little package, for the book bag where you could hang the sanitizer so the children could, listen to me now, you have plenty things we could do. Let your creative juices, let it run and come up with things. Listen to me, kick them enemies out of town. Kick them out. Don't tolerate them because they're going to hinder the vision. You have gone, yes, dig deeper. You have gone and God have placed that in you, that passion and that desire. God gave you it. He didn't give Margaret it. He didn't give Joanne it. He didn't give Crystal it. God gave it to you. And it's only you called to do what only you can do. But guess what? If you don't answer the call, he will call somebody else. And you know what's going to be hurtful? You're seeing, oh God, that's the idea I had. Oh God, the same thing. Oh God, look the colors. Look. God don't waste time. Yeah? So we need to know. We need to know what it is we call to and keep it alive. Keep it alive. So what? We have a crisis. Come, change. Okay, what we going to do? What we going to do? And one of the things that they're doing now, they're calling a lot of the HR professionals for advice. My phone had to be ringing off the hook. They had to call me. I have the answer for them. I have the creative answers for them, what we are going to do and what we could continue to do. And you see those same employees who giving you trouble, I will help you mentor them and I will help you put them into a place where they could work. And listen to me, organizations are going to be more productive. Because employees now are going to be more engaged. Because people want their work. And they will submit. Yeah? So, call CNJ Training and Consultancy Limited. Yeah? Our last enemy that I'm going to deal with. There are a lot of enemies. But I just pick out these few. Diluting your plan. You have a plan. You have a vision that God has given to you. And listen to me. The thing with vision, I don't care how much theories come out. I don't care if you love God, know God, or whatever you are. Vision came from God. Full stop. There's no debate. There's no argument. Because man can't make that. And man can't put dreams inside of himself. Only God can. So understand that. So whenever I'm speaking about vision, in whatever organization, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a church. That's nothing to do with it. I quote my script here. Because I say, you see vision, I tell my participants, you see vision, that come from God. And I just quote this scripture too. Right? That's right. Apostle, thank you. Run with the vision, multiple avenues, multiple streams, innovation and creativity. That's it. And when you begin to run with that, guilting is just started. We're doing a Zoom and vision board, I hope all you're coming on board. We're doing a Zoom and vision board. So because I want you all to bring this thing alive and keep it going. But you see, diluting your plan, you share your vision, right? So you want buying. Over Psyche, I was thinking, them soap you're doing, But here what you could do. And one set of thing. And Psyche start now to change the whole plan based on your ideas. And no, that is Psyche's plan. Psyche has to run with it. Psyche has to hold on to that plan. Don't dilute it. Because what happened, people like to always encroach, on what it is you have to run with. I remember my girlfriend in the earlies, she would call me and she would say, Caroline, I saw an application. They need HR professionals to do this. And she would always bombard me. Holy Spirit said, that's not what I call you for. That's not what I call you for. I want you to focus now on consultancy. That is where I want your focus right now. Do you know? This year what God told me? Wow. God told me. He said focus on training. God told me that in November of last year. He said this year you focus on training. And do you know? This is the year for training because of all this happening, this COVID. Because people need to be retrained. People need to be recalibrated, their thinking and how they do things. So when you dilute the vision and you allow others to come in, you know what's going to happen to you? That's it, Crystal. You're messing with the plan. You're messing with the purpose. And you're going to live in regret. I know a lot of people. They have been called to do certain things. And because of the people and what the people are saying and the complaints, and they change it up. Guess what? You see, that thing that you was born to do, they will always have a knot. You know why? You're pleasing others. That is another enemy. You could stick that in, plug that in. You're pleasing others. Big enemy. When I decided, when in 2016, in January, February, March, in April, around April of 2016, I got my certificate for my business that I had registered. And the Lord said, well, it's time. I said, what do you mean? He said, it's time. Jump out. I'm thinking, what is this? Jump out. I did not tell my family for 2 weeks that I had resigned. I resigned at the end of June. I couldn't. God gave me the vision. God gave me the dream. I said, Lord, what are you coming out here to do? He said, you have a voice and I want you to help people, because people, the HR has been, it has diminished. And the standard has been lost. And God said, I want to use you. And it's not just to help the companies with policies, but people need to hear you. There are people that need to know that they have purpose. There are people that need to know that I have called them for that. And you are the voice. I said, wow. I said, wow. And if I didn't listen to God, I would have been still at my last job. They might have cut my salary in half. Still no voice. And I would have been depressed. Living in regret. Because I didn't answer the call. And then, you understand? Don't allow people to dilute the plan. Don't let people mess up what you call to do. Biggest enemy. People running with what other people say. No. You go get licks. Friends go fall off. They wouldn't support you. You know who is my greatest supporter? God. God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus, and the Heavenly Father. I can't go wrong. I can't go wrong. They say, because I'm obedient, He's sending other people. He's sending other people along to help me. Yeah? So I'm encouraging you guys today. If you need my help, I am a WhatsApp away. I am a Facebook away. I am a call away. I am an email away. So that we could work this plan and get rid of these enemies that are hindering your vision. And listen, what we fail to realize, there's no competition. We are swimming in the blue ocean, not the red. In the red ocean, those are where all the rules are and all the legislation are and all the policies. And no, that's them big giant. We don't have time for that. We want to make some real money. We want to impact people. And we want to change lives. So in the blue ocean, you make the rules. You determine where you want to go. You are the one that changing the ideas. And listen to me. Swim in the blue ocean. That's a friend. The blue ocean is your friend. Swim in the blue ocean today. And listen to me. I am really encouraging you. And I really hope you guys get it. I really do. Those ideas that you have. Use Facebook. And I always tell people, oh God, do a little free seminar now. Do a little free lecture now. Or let people come on board and present your product now. Zoom free. They give you 40 minutes. And guess what? Once you have more than one person, you're getting it for 24 hours. If you do a one-on-one, they limit you to 40 minutes. But if you bring more people on board, you're getting it. You can go on and on. Present your product now. People like that. Freeness, no problem. But guess what? What you want is that after they would buy your product, You want that after they will come on board. So they will be one of your clients, and that's what you want. Don't study money. God is money, money, money. Run down God, money go run after you. Fulfill your purpose. Fulfill your call and help people, the people that you're called to, because we are all called to different people. You know, there's some people will listen to my life and say, oh God, oh God, oh God, I can't take that woman, you know. She going on too much about vision, and but that's okay. I wouldn't get offended. I'm not called to that person. Maybe Crystal is called to that person. Maybe Margaret is called to that person. Maybe Joanne is. Understand the people that we are called to. Don't let your vision die. And I want to encourage you today. Thank you guys for joining me. And I felt it very strong. I wanted to talk about the enemies of vision. I was listening, to a topic the other day. And I do a lot of reading and I do a lot of research because I need to know, God, what it is they need to know in this crisis, this pandemic, what we need to do and continue doing and take off. And and to change lives and impact lives, and those things are very important to me. Coming out of this, if just one person call me and decide, Caroline, I had this big idea, girl, and I had it down on the shelf and I need some help. Listen to me. It is worth the time. It is worth the time. So I'm encouraging you today. Go back, listen to the live again. And those things that you're doing, stop it. Yes, Crystal. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. And let us start now. Let us run with it. Pastor Margaret, I really and truly, people need to taste those cakes. People need to really and truly have, those products that you have to offer. I help you, don't worry, I'll come and do the video. But we really have to get on board and start. Run with the plan, run with the vision. We don't know how good we are until we start. We never know. When people do my survey after my training, sometimes people sit down, you're doing training and they watch you like this and you're wondering, oh God, they're getting it. And the things, they're so emotional when they do the survey. They say, I needed to hear this. I didn't realize I was so stuck. I needed to hear this. I didn't realize I had so much regret. I needed to hear this. And there's so much thing. Thanks, Allison. And, Allison is my sister. Yes. The business, homework, afternoon, homework and stuff. Listen to me, we call this on. And you're getting the time to do what you need to do. You're getting time to serve God. You're getting time for your family. And you're still working your vision. And you're making money. Listen to me. Let us do what we are called to do. Let us live the life. Let us live our vision. And it is so rewarding. Listen, people, it's not easy, I am called to deal with people. But you know what? God gave me the grace and He put it inside of me and I love them. They quarrel and they get on Caroline. But you know what? I get up and I go again. And I love them. And I love doing what I'm called to do. I want you to challenge yourself today. Love doing what you're called to do. One thing I heard before I close is that every day that you don't do what you're called to do, people are dying. Are you one of those responsible for the death of many? I want you to think about that. Take up the challenge today and do what you're called to do. Start the plan. Finish the plan and put things in place. Many are dying. Many, like me right now, are dying for a piece of Margaret sponge cake. That black cake. Are dying for them cookies. Yeah? So let us do what it is that we are called to do today. And as usual, please remember to share, hit the share button. And I would like you to go on the page, do me a favor today. Go on CNJ page and post, what the program means to you. The Facebook Live, what it really means to you, how it has affected and impacted your life. And one of the things we are going to do in next month, we are going to start Testimony Tuesdays. And I want people to be able to come on board. I'm going to call you. And I'm going to ask you to write a testimony. I'll take a nice photo and we are going to post it. And so that we can talk about what CNJ is offering and what it is that we have to do. And we have a lot of ideas. Trust me, a lot of ideas. But I'm going to, release it as it comes. All right. Thanks, Michael. Thanks for joining. It's really good to have you on board. And, so I just want to encourage you guys today. And have a great rest of the day, a great weekend. And remember, kick those enemies out. Kick them out. All right? Bye-bye. Thanks for joining.